Most of it for us is not true. So what most people teach about social media, this is also true if you ask like ChatGPT or other things, right? They tell you that you have to post a lot of different types of videos. So videos, right, but also posts, carousel stories, everything that's available. You want to do multiple content pillars, right? So you have one about this aspect, one about this, right? And then, of course, you have several concepts, long videos, short videos, different editing, blah, blah, blah. In the end, it's complete mayhem, right? Who can do this, right? Nobody. You need like a 10 people full-time team to do that, and they will be confused. We do things very differently here. So we at Reels focus on scalability. So we have exactly one type of video per account, right? With one type of video concept. So obviously we test a lot of different concepts, but once we see one working, same as you do with ads, right? We narrow in on this specific concept and we produce a lot of videos. So we're faster than anybody else, we have more volume than anybody I know on organic social, and we definitely have more data because we're testing the same framework over and over and over again. Like with ads, right? For you guys, this shouldn't come as a surprise. Okay. Criteria. So videos, most of all, have to be super relatable. That's the single most important thing here, right? We do most of our videos with AI. I'll show you in a second. And it's a bit harder to make the personal connection here, but it's really all about the hook, right? You just have to understand their pain points and their dreams and everything. You're marketers, you know what I'm talking about. More importantly than with ads, stuff has to be super shareable, right? So there has to be like an intrinsic motivation for people to share it with their best buddies. Right? So that's a little bit easier with like funny stuff sometimes. Obviously for business, you see typically better results with valuable stuff, so you gotta work on that a little bit, right? It has to be watchable, so you wanna increase the tension towards the end of the video, and you've seen a lot of tricks for make that happening, right? Like, I don't know, like a listicle, and the last tip is the best, and so forth. These are kind of old school. We don't see those working too well anymore. Best thing for us right now is actually storytelling. If I tell you a great story, like I'm promising you the single biggest opportunity in marketing this year, there's a high likelihood for you to stick around even if the rest is kind of boring, right? Because you're waiting for this. So that's what you want to do in your social media. And then it has to be actionable, right? You want to have some call to action. Okay, so structure, I guess this one is pretty clear to most of you. The important thing that I want to raise here is that you really want to focus on the hook. So in case you're not doing that yet, 80% of your work should be on the hook, right? Ideally, you have a dozen different hooks per piece of content, right? And then you see what works best. I'll show you another way how to shortcut this in part 2 of this. But last one I want to share with you is a couple common lies that I see way too often. It really makes me go crazy at this point.